chi. Dagi chunyen gipe sonam ki. Chola vinchir sangye drupa sho. Chenan soki chonam la. Chanchu bardu dadni kapsu chi. Dagi chunyen gipe sonam ki. Chola vinchir sangye drupa sho. Chenan soki chonam la. Chanchu bardu dadni kapsu chi. Dagi chenyen gipe sanam ki. Chola pinchir sangye drupar sho. Shogadi shmogadi. Oh, I have to do the thing, right?
Boy, been too long.
It's been really long.
Thanks.
Back in the saddle again.
Glad you be here.
How's your arm situation? Your wrist situation?
It's better. Yeah.
Does it hurt?
Maybe, yeah, around the wrist it does.
Let me see. It looks pretty normal though.
It does. It was,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was bad.
That was scary.
It was pretty scary.
I almost cut my thumb off. I did it in November. I had my cleaver, and I was showing off the V, you know.
Boy, I bet she was impressed.
Yeah, and it almost came off, and I was like, oh shit. And it's a cool thing happened. I went to the emergency room here. They sewed it back up, and then the doctor turned out to be a Vipassana teacher. And we had the greatest conversation, and I think I'm gonna support his teaching. Anyway, okay, here we go. Progress report. We have done 28 folios, which is a lot.
It is.
In 6 terms. Actually, I think he's doing more folios than anybody
Sure he is.
per term. We had planned to do this book in 4 parts of 50 folios each because I thought it was 200 pages, but it's not.
Yeah,
It's 158. And there's a 30-page addendum by somebody else, which is a table of contents, which we don't need to translate. It's useless. Well, it's not useless, but we don't need it. So it's a card chart. It's kind of a catalog, and we don't need it. So it's actually only gonna be 4 parts of 40 folios. Normally, you multiply the folios times 5 to get the English. So it's going to be a nice book of about 200 pages, okay?
And probably more, right? Given all the white space.
There'll be a lot of white space. The layout will be generous. So we have 22 folios more to go for book 1. And his book will be one of the first books out in January of 2020, 1 year from now, okay? Yeah, basically at the end of January 2020, his book will be ready to go for editing. Okay, which will be one of the first books that comes out.
Okay.
Along with a lot of it. He's been saying that a lot lately. Not to Stanley.
Oh.
Everyone except Stan.
Okay, go for it.
Kachignare, Papa Mayimpa Kirpa, Churchen, Sukuk Yoma Yimbarta, Kuk Yu maybe Sana.
Yeah, kachignare. Tapa memba gyupa. That's difficult to translate. Literally, it means that which is not unchanging.
That which is not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That which is not unchanging.
It's going too fast.
Okay. Is that changing or not?
The fact that it's
Well,
No,
you
it's
kind of gave it away, didn't you?
Yeah.
I kind of gave it away,
Well,
yeah.
it says that.
But even if you don't say the fact, if you just say that which is not unchanging,
That which is not.
is that changing or not? Don't say the fact. Just say that which is not unchanging. Is that changing or unchanging?
Do you mean, is that changing? Because it is.
It's actually unchanging. Okay, I believe. You could say the fact and make it obvious.
right.
But you could also say that which is not unchanging.
Because, what, I mean,
Because that's a concept.
You have some ferocious problems if you try to say that which is not unchanging is unchanging.
I'm saying it.
I know, it's a direct
Okay, anyway, that guy says church and su kyuki gyu mayamba ta kyuki gyu mebe. I'm agreeing with Shenlu. I'm being brave. He says there's no cause for that. And I say, right on. No more debate. Let's go to the next one.
That's not what happens.
Luckily, that's got
Now, this is a 1 in 1,000 case where, here we go.
De l'entapa yinte.
What's it mean? Tepa means to give an answer.
I agree with the answer that they've given.
I say
I
duh.
agree.
Yeah.
We've had it like once before. I remember we had some kind of kusha grass thing or something. And our response is, I would agree to your reason.
I would.
I do. Yeah. Dunan tepa. Tsiwa tsena. Tsiwa here means, usually tsiwa means calculate.
Oh,
Like,
artsy.
yeah, astrology or arithmetic. Tsi can mean a gooey liquid.
Jartsy?
Yeah.
Or
Dutsi, jangti, honey.
Honey.
But that's a different. Tsiwa is always calculate. Okay, so, and it means, okay, give me the chuche, give me the chokche, give me the kyabas.
If you say,
You see, that means you're sitting in the debate ground. You say, okay, tell me what's the first relationship. Tell me what's the second relationship. That's called siwa. Count it out. Count it out for me. Okay, siwa tsena. If you count it out, suktapa mayimba kyopa. Degi mayimba de che tsirik becher. It would be appropriate to do the calculation by saying, I do agree. That which is that form which is not unchanging, the fact that form suktapa mayimba kyupen. Yeah, you could say that physical stuff could never be the cause of that which is not unchanging. Okay. Mayimba. Then if you say it that way, the point is if you say it as a truth, as a principle, as a fact, then I'll say, okay, that's okay. If that's what you mean when you say that which is not unchanging, if you're referring to the fact of that, to the archetype, then yeah, I'll agree, it's not changing. I'm sorry, it's changing. Yeah, it's not unchanging.
Did you break down this reason for us?
But it is.
Sorry, it is unchanging.
It is
It is unchanging.
Yeah.
Okay. Say again.
Break down this reason for us.
Yeah, Tsiwe Tsena, when you, or this one. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you do the,
Calculate.
when you count it out, meaning when you break it down.
Numerator.
When you break it down. Or when you count out the three tsuls. The three relationships that must hold in it. When you say, okay, here's tsul number one, here's tsul number one, that's called siwa. Then suk is the subject of the sentence. Is not the cause of that which is not unchanging.
It's not the cause of that.
physical form is not the cause of it.
It is
What is
the
not.
cause of something which is not unchanging.
Right.
But it's not the cause of that which is not unchanging. Got it?
Yeah.
Got the difference? I'll say it again.
It's just phrasing.
The table of last class is the cause, is a cause of something which is not unchanging, meaning the table of the current class. That's true. But you can't say this morning's table is the cause of that which is unchanging. If you don't specify
So now we're
it, then
back
it
to that
becomes...
thing where
That
it's
which
like
is-
inclusive of all stuff in
That
the
which is
universe
not
or something.
unchanging.
Yeah.
Could be.
No, I'm talking about a chi as opposed to a chi diagram.
Right. Yeah.
To put it in more elegant language,
The fact.
it's a ze and not a numdang.
Or
The stuff, not the
okay.
stuff it produces.
Wow.
Which language was that? Was it
That's Jane Rajaka, please.
Oh,
I've just noticed it. I'm just checking if you listened to yesterday's class.
Big umbrella guys.
Yeah, yeah, in his class. He's got Zay. I'm talking, this is a Zay. Now, in a Buddhist debate, Zay would mean the opposite.
Right.
yeah.
It would make it changing.
That's why I was confused.
But in his Jain school number 2,
Yeah.
the Zay is the chi. Okay. Cool. All right. Anyway, this is an unusual thing to translate because we have said de land. Of course, we will add later on to the guy that you don't understand why it's correct, but I do. You don't understand why you're correct, but I do. Okay. All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
What are we in, by the way? Do you remember?
Still.
Wow, what's all this doing in Gindi? Oh, yeah, okay. We're still in the section of the logic texts, which is called cause and effect.
Have we been doing Kabuni or is this our first?
Still called what?
We've had no.
Cause
We
and
have had it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the what?
Kabuni.
I did a search for it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
here we go.
Yeah, we told them a couple times.
No, it's a thing which is both.
Okay, go ahead.
The two of the Kachignare Kabuni Church and Kirki Nasulo Loksu Junwa Kirki Gyum Yimbata
Good.
Loko Yimbe Church and
Okay, now you can discuss the computer, or you can discuss the cup, or you can say, take these things. Okay, take these things together. Okay, take these things together. That's what he's doing,
Right.
and it gets messy.
Right.
Okay, it gets messy. But don't forget, this purpose of this particular text is to stretch the minds of 15-year-olds so they can become geishis. Okay, right? Here we go. So mental push-ups is a good way to put it. Let's take the,
let's take the two of a coffee table and a coffee cup.
good.
The moment before it is its cause, because it is a working thing.
Yeah, the version of it which just preceded it. The cup and the laptop of 301 is the cause of the cup and the laptop at 302. This is the other guy. Let's say it again. The cup and the laptop of 301 is the cause of the cup and the laptop at 302. Ngalo Suchunwa means just before, just a moment before. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Is, he says is.
Right.
Why?
So no.
Why?
Because it's a
Why? What's his reason?
Oh, because it's a working thing.
It's a working.
No, yeah. Now you say it or they?
Yes. Well, you're referring to him as a pair.
Yeah, the pair is a working thing. The pair is a working thing. Is the pair a working thing?
He says
yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure. Let's go.
so. Yeah. Is he ambiguous in terms of plural or singular?
It is.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, it's rarely used in the plural. I mean, they rarely say kyunam.
So Kyunon.
Kitso, you guys is pretty common.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead. We gotta go to here. Okay.
Do check a lot. Kaboni K Ngalo Sujungwa Church and Kawe Gyu Yimbata.
Nice. He went down.
Yimbata. Yimbe Church and
Gyal kebla pu. Okay. Anyway, the chepala means if you agree to the tau. What's the tau?
At that moment before it was the cause of the coffee table and the coffee cup together.
Yeah, or in this case, the coffee cup and the laptop are the immediately preceding coffee cup and laptop are the cause of the immediately succeeding coffee cup and
Cause of the succeeding.
the next one. Yeah.
the next
Okay.
one.
Yeah. Okay. In the next moment. Okay. If you say it is, okay, then let's consider the coffee cup and the laptop of the second before.
Yeah.
Okay, of the second before. Okay. Are they the cause of the coffee cup alone?
Or in this case, the coffee table.
Okay, he isolated one of the pair. and he's coming back. Is the pair the cause of the cup alone? Okay. Yibatao. Why?
It's the pair of both. It's the cause of
the
both.
cause of the two of them.
Of the pair.
Yeah. The computer and the cup are the cause of the next moment's computer and cup. Therefore, the computer and the cup should be the cause of the next cup. He says. That's what he says. Because it's part of the cause for the both.
Because it is the cause for the both.
Yeah, it's part of. It is the cause for the both. So it must be the cause for part of the both. Okay, right? That's his position. Put means like put. It's a difficult word. Like to blow a trumpet is boot. So you see, so it's like it just means like I'm spitting this one out, you know. A gel cup, because the kaba is a gelwa. Give me the kaba. If something is the cause for both the computer and the cup,
It must be a cause for one of the parts.
it cannot be the cause for one of the parts. Okay, that's it. Okay.
Well, the cap is
The kaba is supposed to be. If it's this, it must be that.
Right.
But in this case, the kaba is backwards. If it's this, it cannot be that. Okay. Okay. If something is the cause for both the computer and the cup, it could never be the cause of one of them alone. That's a contradiction. Apparently.
Direct cause, maybe? I don't know. It's still a problem.
What you say is you nod. You say, "Well, we learned something there." Okay. Dona. Now, if you say, "I agree that the computer and the cup of the moment before is the cause for the cup alone in the next moment," okay. If you agree, Talna, Dona, go ahead.
Dona. Kabo ni ke ngalos jungwa church.
Nice.
Kawe kyo mayimba ta.
Nice. You got two in a row.
Cup. Is it supposed to be kawa or kappa?
It's kawa. Yeah, you're right.
Kawa kyoki jebo mayimba eche.
Sorry, wow, right. What's it say? You can do it.
If you
Do it with these.
If you do agree, let's consider the moment before a coffee table and a computer.
Yeah.
It's not the cause of the coffee cup
alone. We're adding alone. He didn't say alone, but we're adding.
Because a coffee cup is not
Good.
alone its result.
Good. Yeah, because the coffee cup alone is not the result of those two. Therefore, they are not its cause.
Right.
I mean, it's not a very helpful statement.
Did he say ni ka as opposed to just ni in the one above? Ni is both and ni ka is like just both?
He did say Nika.
Yeah,
he's been saying both.
We've been translating as just the two.
Okay.
We should say both. Yeah, because he would have said ni boy.
Do you want me to go back to the...
I'm just saying you should say both. He's making a point. When he says ka, he really wants you to say both. Okay. That's a good point. Okay.
Okay.
All right. They will make. Now that didn't help. Let's see if the next thing will help. Go ahead.
Maturna. Kabo ni ke ngalo tsujungwa che kawa kyoki jebo mayimba ta.
Nice. God, 4 for 4.
Kawa mepe ma kyabe che.
That's the likelihood of a drunkel.
Drunkel. Lamp which
A lamp, a fortunate eon.
What were the odds? 2,000 and
2,500.
3,000 again.
590.
He's hit 4 in a row. It's like the odds against that are almost 3,000. Same as drunkel. Okay.
2,590.
Now the test of whether something is the. I'm sorry. Let me say again. The test of whether something is something's result. Okay. The test of whether something is something's result is whether that result could have happened without that thing.
Oh, Kim may not if it weren't there.
Okay. I don't know. Is an oak tree seed, an acorn, the cause of an oak tree or not? The test of it in Buddhism is, if the acorn had been thrown away, would the tree have grown? Could the tree have grown? And if you say no, then that's a cause and effect. Okay. So, if you take away computer and cup, does cup disappear?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
If you take away
You can have cup without a computer and cup just before. Therefore, computer and cup is not the cause of cup.
There was a hidden air quote in there. He didn't.
and it's not like you're not taking away
Computer
both
and
of the
cup,
bases.
not computer.
Yeah.
Right. You're taking away
the
both
combination.
bases.
Right.
Say again?
You're taking away both bases. You're not taking away both of the bases.
It's come.
Anyway,
Yeah.
no, it's a little hard to understand unless you just say it simply, you know. If you take away a cup that came with a computer, could there still have been a cup? Yeah, you could have started with a cup alone. Okay, so a cup with a computer is not a necessary cause of all cups.
Right.
Okay, all right. Therefore, the cup is not the result of the cup with the computer.
Cup computer.
Okay, got it? Okay. Very good. Computer.
Very advanced technology.
By the way, so we just said it's not true that if you take away all the cups with computers in the world, there would be no cups.
Right.
Okay?
Right. We said.
And then he says, Dharmaduk. It's not true, he says, that if you took away all cups with laptops, that there'd be no cups in the world. He disagrees. He wants to go more. He wants more beating. Okay. He's a glutton for punishment. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, dang, I gave you a clue. Hang on again.
It's the place where a coffee cup is not.
Well, first of all, let's do the easy part. Say Gakshi. Gakshi, you know Gakcha, right? So shi means place. So we had it in Stanley's text, shi dang chepa. The fourth of the synonyms for duce was the foundation. Okay, so Gakshi means foundation of a cancellation. Cancellation foundation. And it means, okay, now just learn it. In logic, Gakshi means a place where there is no cup.
That's right.
Okay, where there is no X. Fill in anything you want. Okay, the cup's Gakshi is a place where there is no cup. That, okay, so Gakshi in logic means a place where the thing is not. It doesn't mean you canceled it or you know, it doesn't mean that. It just means this is a cupki Gakshi right now. Now it's not a cupki Gakshi. Okay, got it? So, Bumpi Gakshi Chen. Let's take the place where there's no computer.
Good Lord.
I think you got to go down, actually. I'm not sure. Let's erase it for now.
Led you straight into hell.
Wait, did I go up or down? Mayata. Let's take a place where there's no computer. Are you telling me there's no cup? Why? Because there's no cup and computer just before that.
That's what you said.
Okay?
Did he imply?
You said the cup alone was the result of cup with computer. Okay? You said the cup alone was the result of cup with computer.
Did.
Okay? So therefore, let's take a place where there's no computer. Are you saying there's no cups there? Why? Because there's no cups and computer, cups with computer that went just before. I'll say it again.
Yeah, one more
If cup with computer is the cause of cup in the next moment, then in a place where there's no computer, there shouldn't be any cup alone, because cup with computer was the cause of cup. Okay? Cancel the computer, there can't be any cups.
It's a little tricky.
Why? Because
Cup and computer.
because cup with computer is the cause of cup. Okay? All right? And that reflects the test that we talked about, which is what?
If you take away
Yeah, if you take away the,
the cause, the thing,
if it's really the cause of the thing, if you take it away, the thing can't happen.
So we're looking at a gakshi.
Okay, got it? Wow, it's cool. Kabake.
Isn't it just a correlation and not a causation?
Yeah, he said, look, just because there's no cup with computer just before doesn't mean there can't be a cup. And we said, but you just said that, because you said cup with computer was the cause of the cup alone. Okay, got it? So you can't say makyap. That's a bad answer. Then he says, okay, then I disagree. Cup with computer was not the cause of cup, which is his position in the first place, but now he's disagreeing with it. Okay? Madhubna, keep going.
Bompe kakshi church and kabon nike ngalo sujung mebata kabon
not
ni
sure.
mebeche.
Yeah, okay. Is it true that in a place where there's no cup, there's no cup and computer, cup with computer?
Yeah.
Can you say that?
Isn't it the other way around? If there was no cup with computer, there would be no cup after.
Oh, actually saying both. Let's take a place where there's no computer, okay? Let's take a place where there's no computer. There cannot have been
Yeah.
any cup with computer just before that, because there's no cup with computer.
That seems okay.
Seems okay. Let's go to the next one and see if it makes it easier. Go. Madhubna.
Bompe kakshi church and kabon ni mebata bomba mebeche.
Let's take a place where there's no...
Cup.
Well, that was our computer right there.
No.
Let's take a place where there's no computer.
So now
There can't be there any cup with computer because there's no computer.
seems all right.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna say it checks out.
All right? You okay?
Sure.
Okay. Then he says it's not true that there's no computer. Then he says it's not true that there's no computer in a place where there's no computer.
Oh.
Bumpe gakshila bumpa mepa tamadrum. I disagree that there's no computer in a place where there's no computer.
And he gives us an illegal reason.
And we say, Madhubna,
Because
Because it's the place where there's no computer.
Bompe kakshi church and bomba mebata bompe kakshi mebeche.
yeah, as Professor Kramer pointed out, this is a
Illegal.
totally illegal reason, unless, in the way that Geshe-la's trying to preserve our respect for the author, we change our tone of voice. In which case, it's not exactly the same term anymore.
I said gakshi.
You can't say we should go to a Japanese restaurant. Take the Japanese restaurant. We should go there because it's the Japanese restaurant. It's illegal logic. Okay.
You say Japanese.
But if you say take the Japanese restaurant, we should go there for dinner because it's the restaurant. It's the Japanese restaurant. You see, if you change your tone of voice, it implies it's the best in Sedona out of one.
So the phrase there is being emphasized.
Well, I'm just saying, if no one changes their voice here, it's an illegal
Yeah, I got
syllogism.
that. So
That's all.
how is he? What is he?
Oh, I would say, Bubigashi Church and take a place where there's no computer. There's no computer there. I mean, it's a place where there's no computer. If you change your tone of voice, it's not exactly the same
I mean,
thing.
I want to say this is like what he uses to say, now you're being ridiculous.
It could be just that, you know. Okay, listen. Take a place where there's no computer. Listen, there's no computer there. It's a place there's no computer. This is Ben Kramer. It's a place there's no computer. Okay, got it? And he says that it's illegal, but it has a purpose.
Consider a cup. It's a cup because it's a cup.
Hey, you changed your elocution. Okay, anyway, here we go.
Oh, did we skip the last line there?
We did it. Didn't? Oh, I'm sorry. Goldaduna. Go, please, go ahead.
Gonduduna, Bompe Kachi Church, and Kawa Yabarta, Kawe Kachi Mambeja.
We must have said there's no computer there. Right here.
If you agree with what
We said, no, Bumba Mebartal. He agreed. So we say,
you agreed.
let's take a place where there's no computer. No, there's not any. Of course, there's no computer there because it's a place where there's no computer. And then he says, I disagree. It is I say it is a place where there's no computer. Then we say, take a place where there's no computer. There's
a coffee cup there?
There is a coffee cup there because I didn't say it was a place where there's no coffee cup.
Because it's not a place when
It's a strange place to leave off, like to finish it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go again. By the way, I mean, how do you apply this to cause and effect in general? I mean, what's the point? I mean, is it a metaphor for I'll give you a really sexy example. Chupa Sipa without the Gupa Limba.
So could you have birth without the,
10.
Chupa Sipa.
Could you have triggered karma
without the desire, with the strong desire?
without the trigger? Because they're both causes of rebirth.
Right.
You see. 10 with 9 is a cause of 11. Okay, 10 without 9 is not a cause of 11. You see, I mean, so in Buddhism, it is important to identify the contributing causes.
Yeah.
So 10.
And a combination of two things can be a trigger. 10 with 9 is a trigger, 10 without 9 is not a trigger.
For 11.
For 11.
So 10 can be triggered by 8.
No, because 8 has to get stronger to trigger 10, which is why 9 exists.
Right. So
Indirect
9
cause.
has to be there.
Indirect cause. I mean, so does the surfer in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
This again, Yoshida, I'm sorry, I'm just so dense about this. Could you use cup and pillar or vase and pillar so that I can follow?
The whole
When
thing,
you
I
use
mean, you could
computer
do.
Cup, I don't.
Well, I like it because it's in front of us.
The
But
cup stays the same. The table would change to computer.
What was his? I mean, I'm sorry to ask this, but this first Kachik started with him saying,
Kachinari, let's consider
okay,
the support of the door, the support of the door in this coffee cup, which is kawa. Okay, the support of the door in this kawa. Every Tibetan room had a kawa because they couldn't make construction more than a few feet without a kawa, because there's no trees there much, and they didn't know how to make. Every room had pillars in it. So something sitting there right in front of you. Yeah, that's why we have pillars downstairs. So anyway, let's take coffee cup and pillar, okay? Kicking also chewing kiki yimbata. I say that the pillar. I say that the door. Let's just say door, okay? I say that the door in the coffee cup of 3 o'clock is the cause of the door in the coffee cup at 3:01. Okay.
And we don't buy that.
And then we say, why do you say that? And he says, because they are working things. It is a working thing. The door in the coffee cup of 3:01 is a working thing. The result is a working thing. Okay. If you say, okay, let's take the door and the coffee cup of the moment before. All I want to, and now he changes the debate. We change the debate. We say, is it a cause of the cup alone in the next moment? Is the door and the coffee cup of 3 o'clock the cause of the cup alone at 3:01? we changed it. We divert the debate,
We
which is
sure did, which left us not
okay.
answering what part
Why?
we had a problem with.
Kabunike gyuyin beche.
Yeah. So you can do now.
And if you say the door and the cup of the moment before are the cause of the cup of the next moment, he says they are. Why? Because they are the cause of both the cup and the door of the next moment. Therefore, they must be the cause of the cup alone of the next moment, because they are the cause of the cup and the door together at the next moment. So if they can cause the cup and the door together, they must be causing the cup alone.
So Geshe-la, he gave us a reason, but we're not giving him a Damadrip or a Kyabamajong.
Here?
To the reason he just gave us, it's not clearly Damadrip or Kyabamajong. I don't know which we attacked. Like, okay, we don't accept his assertion that they are a cause for them, but we don't know if it's related to whether or not they are working.
Well,
we never.
no, we never addressed that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. We never addressed that.
Which is frustrating.
That's a good question. Can we even say that the door and the cup of 300 are the cause of the cup and the door at 301? We don't address that question.
We said it's not. We're saying it's not. We're attacking him for thinking that. But he gave us a
No, we just said if someone said it is. We didn't say whether we agree or not. See,
Right.
they're temple
If
on
someone
them.
says it is, then attack him.
Yeah,
So we don't know if we even agree with
we
the
don't
assertion.
know. We don't know.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know so far.
Right.
Okay, we don't know so far if we agreed or not to the idea that the cup and the door of 3 o'clock are together the cause of the cup and the door at 201. We didn't go there.
We also don't know if we agree that they're working thin.
Yeah.
Right, we don't know that. We don't know that.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that
We haven't addressed it yet.
Yeah,
I have a feeling we will.
Which is why typically they make you say Kyabamajong or Damadrip, so you know what the heck's being said. However, there we go.
I believe he addresses it now.
Okay then.
Okay, go.
가치나래
Yeah.
가본 니 chen 가본 니케 나로 수중we 제보 마인바타 카웨 나로 수중we 제보 마인베 칠선암캬.
Yeah, let's take the door and the coffee cup together. They are not are you telling me they're not the result of the door and the coffee cup together? Why do you say that? Because they are not the result of the cup alone, or of the door alone. Okay, I'll say it again. Let's take the door and the coffee cup together. They must not be the result of the cup and the door of the moment before, you can say, okay? Must not be. Why? Because those two together are not the result of the cup alone or of the door alone. Do you get messed up if you take out one of them? That's all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and you do. Okay. Why? Because in the absence of, it's not true that in the absence of one, the two could not occur.
That's true.
Wait, what?
It's not true that in the absence of one that the other one couldn't occur, but it is true that in the absence of one the two could not occur.
That's true.
Both can occur.
Yeah,
Right.
the two, both.
It is true.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Maduna, Kabumi Chechen. Okay.
Depends what you say.
If you say that the are the door and the coffee cup, are they or are they not the result of the door and the coffee cup of the moment before?
We're still not
Okay.
answering that.
I think he's going to answer it now. Go ahead. Madub na. I keep saying that, right?
가본 니 chen 카웨 나로 수중we 제보 마인바타
Mayimbatao?
카웨 나로 수중와 키키교 마인베
Let's take the door and the coffee cup together. They are not the result of the coffee cup which happened the moment before, because the coffee cup of the moment before is not their cause.
So here it has to be Carl. Well,
Yeah, here it's easier.
yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going. Maybe Ben's question will be here. Ali Pengo. Ali Pengo.
Who's he?
If you know this word, everyone will respect you. Ali Pengo.
I'm unlikely to learn it then.
There was a magician in Tibet.
Named Ali Pingo.
It was friends with Emptiness for sure.
Prince Ali, fabulous he.
Oh, he told the king. He told the king he should be minister because he had clairvoyance and he could see the future, or stuff like that. And then the king said, "Prove it," And he said, "Where's your wife's second earring?" Okay. And he said she lost it. But Ali Pengo could speak the language of crows. And the day before, he happened to have heard a crow say, "I took the queen's earring off the windowsill, but I dropped it in some cow poop by accident." And in Tibet and in India, you make fuel out of cow poop. You never leave cow poop on the ground. You make a little patty and you slap it on the wall to dry. And when it dries, you take it off, So Ali Pengo said, "I can find your wife's earring, for example." So the king says, "Okay, show me." He says, "Come outside," And he turns the corner, and there's 1,000 cow poops on the wall. He's like, "Shit!" And he goes, "Open up this one," and they open it up, and it's not there. And he's like, "No, open up this one," How did we start talking about Ali Pengo?
We're opening patties right now, looking for the answer to whether.
Oh, I'm looking for his thing.
Right,
Oh, it's gonna be in the next one. It's gonna be in the next one. I can see it.
I can see the future. Word's gonna make $3,000 off Ali. All of us are like, I've heard 20 years before. 25 years ago. Like it was
That's gonna be a $5,000 question.
It's like understand words when he talks to crows.
What he wants to know is in the next one sentence. Go ahead.
마치로나 카웨 나록스 중와 쳬쳬 카본니 니케 듀마임바타 카웨 듀 임베이션.
Must be in the.
Wow, that's pretty heavy.
Is it?
Yeah, take the door of the moment before, okay? It cannot be the cause of the door and the cup of the next moment
Okay.
because it's not the cause of the door.
Yes, it is. It's Yimbichu. There's no mind.
There's the cause of
Not so deep.
It's the
Kawagyu yin.
It is calling you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Something's wrong here.
It's not the cause of both because it's the cause of just the one.
Because it's the cause of one.
Well, if he had said, Bumpik Yuyin Bichir,
It would have been essentially the same thing.
Yeah, pillar's not the cause of the two because it's the cause of pillar. The pillar from before isn't the cause of the two because it's the cause of the pillar.
It's not necessarily the most confusing.
okay, I don't know.
It's not. Yeah, it's.
Okay, well, that's, I guess, if you want to do it that way.
But it's not. Well,
It's the cause of
I
the
wanna do
pillar alone, you want to say.
Yeah.
okay, well, he didn't say that.
He just says
I
Okay,
just work here.
I would still check the manuscript. Okay, make yourself a note. Anyway, it could be that, but it's not very Deborang.
Right.
Deborang, what's the rang mean?
itself.
So
It means it ain't completely comfortable. Deborang.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's kind of using what he's trying to prove. Anyway, let's keep going. When in question, look for the next cow pie.
We're on to different animal species, it looks like.
just check the gyutsen.
Yeah, just make sure the spelling is right, everything. It's kind of, I don't know, unsatisfying. I won't call it wrong, okay? This is really good, Bimbo. I think it's the ginger that makes it.
little bit below.
Could be the cocaine, but I think it's a ginger. I'm just kidding. Nowadays you have to say just kidding. They'll take it out of, they'll put it online. Okay, go.
Kachik nare. Ngopo nga lok su jung wa che chen. Kyo ki de su ngopo meba ta. Ngopo kyo ki je bom yimbe chen.
This is nasty. Okay, he said, take the thing which came just before a working thing. Take the thing which came just before a working thing.
It might be working thing or a work thing. We don't know.
Right.
Yeah, it could be generic, but anyway, let's take the thing which came just before a working thing. There is no working thing at that moment. In its time. At its time. Okay. Take the thing which came just before a working thing. There is no working thing at its time, because it hasn't made the working thing yet.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, I'll say it again. Take what came just before a working thing. At the time of that time, of the thing that came just before the working thing, there is no working thing because it hasn't produced it yet.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's catchy, but it's beautiful.
Okay, it hasn't
I
produced
think
it
it's gonna be
yet.
fun.
Yeah, that's nice.
Then,
He's getting in the garden on this.
Yeah.
by the way, the second piece here is still Serna. Okay, it's still him talking.
Catchy.
It's because the Serna comes after the second one. It comes here. Here's the Serna. So it's unusual. You have him giving two arguments, and then you see he gets to. We don't get to answer till he's done with his Serna.
I totally messed it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here he goes. Please read. If, by the way, if you agree that there's no working thing in the time slot of the thing that came just before the working thing, then, okay.
Then dana ngopo nga lo su jung wa che chen kyo ki de su ngopo yeba
Yabata,
ngopo nga lo su jung wa de ngopo yimbe kan
Yimba Kanshi.
kan shi de yebe chi san.
This is sexy, okay? If you agree that there is no working thing at the time of the thing that came just before the working thing, because it hasn't had time to make the working thing yet, which is its result, okay? Then let's consider that thing that comes just before the working thing, okay? There is too a working thing at that time. Why? And then he gives a two-part answer, Kangshik, right? Two-part, it's called a split reason. Number one, the thing that came just before the working thing is itself a working thing.
Yeah.
A. B, it's there. Yeah, okay.
Interesting.
B, it's there, okay. Therefore, a working thing is there. Because you got a working thing, and it's there. A, B.
Exist or
He's just playing with us because the moment before thing is a ngupo. You can call it a
I get
ngupo.
that
Moment
about
itself.
this whether it's exist.
No, I mean the ngupo of the moment before. The
discussion.
cause of the working thing of the next moment is always a working thing anyway. That's all. He's just playing with us.
Yeah.
Okay? All right? You all right?
It was getting all mystical for a second.
Yeah, ignore my comment here. I'm not quite sure about it. My cow.
Yeah, just because of those
until we
things
figured it
doesn't
out.
mean that
Just because what came just before is a working thing, and just because it's there, doesn't mean there was a working thing there before the working thing came out. Okay, my cap. That's what my cap means. Okay. Here we go.
1 minute. Yeah.
Dambo ma trup na.
Jeez, why is he skipping to my joke?
Ngopo nga lo su jung wa che chen ngopo yimba yimba ta
Yimba Tao?
yimba ta Ngopor gu yimbeche.
By the way, what was our answer to this statement?
Yeah.
We said makyap. We didn't say
Tamadum.
tamadum. And now we're going to explain why we didn't say tamadum. It's a split reason, and we agree with both parts of the reason.
Okay.
That's why we didn't answer tamadum.
Okay.
It's true that there's a working thing in the moment before. It's true that there's a working thing, and it's true that it's there. Both parts of the reason. But that doesn't prove that there's a working thing in the moment before, okay? That's all. The working thing was there at the moment before. So we can't answer tamadum here. Then the other guy says, okay, I get what you're saying, but why didn't you answer tamadum?
Okay.
And we say, well, because both parts of your reason are okay. Both parts of your reason are okay. And then we prove it. We give two proofs. First, we prove that the first part of his reason is okay. Then we prove that the second part of his reason is okay. First part of the reason is there's a working thing. The second part of the reason was it's there. Okay? And we're going to prove why they're both correct. Okay, here's the first one. So it's not really tak dumbo. It's the first part of your reason. So don't translate this as the first reason. It's one reason with two parts.
I just read the first part of the
Okay.
reason.
We're out,
Yeah.
we're out of time.
The first part of the reason is true. Give me one more minute. Because take the thing that came just before the working thing. It is to a working thing because it's the cause of a working thing. Okay? It is a working thing. It's not the working thing. Okay? And you're going to have a hard time translating it in English because it's a play on the lack of a and the in Tibetan. Okay? And then it's true that it's yeah. It's true that it was there. Because because everything is there in its own time.
That's freaky.
Why? You could say anything. Anything that exists. It exists in its own time. What? Fish. You know, peanuts, banana. It doesn't matter what you say. It's always true.
Can we? But we said makyap.
Yeah, our makyap was different.
And then we're running.
Then,
Makyap. So those things don't prove what again?
uh,
Agreed to.
just because it's a ngopo and just because it's there doesn't prove that the ngopo is there at the time of the just before.
Great, and we're not going to answer why we say makyap to that. Like
Well, it's a play on the word "the" in English. You see, "the ngopo" is the one we were
not
talking
making a
about
play on
of
the
the
word "the" in
of the
English.
second moment. Well, he's just playing on the fact that Tibetan doesn't have a.
Oh,
Well, could be the or
implying that the ngopo. Of
That one is the one of the next moment.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I got through this class. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, how this helps me.
Well, you're thinking about it, aren't you?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's helping.
It's like doing math.
No, math
like
is
doing
easier.
word problems a little bit.
It has rules.
Well, I was trying to apply it to something, and what I was talking about was what was I talking about? Like tree, seed, and the water and the sunlight, right?
Take away the
Yeah. Can you have a
dematerial consequence.
Can you have a multiple cause? Well, you almost always do. You see what I mean? I think it's got something to do with that. Conditions present with the cause.
Conditions present
With the cause.
Duncan.
And both of them together treated as the big glump cause. That's my final statement.
Very close to the
Stop
I know.
here. What's the date today? 18?
18.
Okay.
Are you the cause of you?
Just think how amazing this kid's going to be. Rinpoche used to force pregnant ladies to come to the class until they were like popping out. And they'd say, why? And he'd say, well, kids can hear everything. The vibrations of these words are bumping against her tummy, and he's getting something out of it.
He's gonna start kicking.
Until they get one
She
ear.
has one, yeah.
Sashi.
Puki Joshi Meto Tam Vira Bingshi Ninde Gempadi Sanye Shingdu Mikte Uargi Roku Nam Nanda Shingla Juparsho Inam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamheya Tayami
Ngewa
Di Kewo Kun Sunam Yeshe Tsotsoshin Sunam Yeshe Le Chungwe Namba Kunyi Toparsho Smoky Yay! This is when you look ahead to see if something easier is coming.